Well, hello there. Thanks for joining us. In this video, we're going to be telling you what you need to do if you're in Canada on a work permit that has expired and you did not get a chance to renew it and 90 days have passed since the work permit has expired. What do you do? Don't go away, and remember to hit the subscribe button and to check us out on our website at www.go.gooselaw.com. We'll be right back. Hello there, thanks for joining us. My name is Donovan Francis and I'm a Canadian immigration lawyer, and I help skilled workers who are inside Canada and those who are outside Canada who want to apply for Canadian permanent residency but do not want to deal with all of the complicated immigration forms that are part of that process. In this video, we'll be telling you what you need to do if you're on a work permit in Canada that has expired and if 90 days have passed since the expiration of that work permit. What do you need to do? Now, generally speaking, if you intend to work in Canada beyond the expiration date that would have been written onto the face of your work permit, then you need to apply for an extension of your status as a worker, an extension of that work permit. If you've not applied for an extension of that work permit and the work permit expires, then your next option would be to apply for what's called a restoration of status. And that pretty much is an application to allow you to resume working in Canada. However, you are only able to apply for a restoration of status if 90 days have not yet passed. Where 90 days have passed, you no longer have the option of applying for a restoration of status. In that situation, your best option may be to apply for what's called a temporary resident permit, or a TRP. Now, a TRP is different from a regular work permit in that it is issued only in situations where there are no other immediately available options. In a sense, it is a last resort, the temporary resident permit option. Now, a TRP requires the officer who is deciding whether or not to grant it. The requirement is that that officer will have to do a weighing of the benefits that are to be gained by issuing a temporary resident permit to you and how that weighs against the risks to the Canadian society, the Canadian safety and well-being. And so the officer is going to have to make that deliberation in an attempt to determine whether or not you should be issued a temporary resident permit. And so a TRP, there's always a risk that a stronger than normal risk that a TRP application could be refused. But that's going to be a critical component of a TRP application. Another thing to bear in mind is that the TRP application, the TRP, if it's issued, may only allow you to remain in Canada but not allow you to re-enter Canada should you depart Canada. And you may therefore want to, in your application, to ensure that there's a request that you be allowed to re-enter Canada. So that's also going to be critical. So in a nutshell, the temporary resident permit is going to be your last resort in the event your Canadian work permit has expired and 90 days have passed since the expiration and you've not yet applied for an extension or restoration of status. In that situation, a temporary resident permit is going to be your best option. I trust that you found this video useful. Do remember to hit the subscribe button and to check us out at our website at www.go.gooselaw.com.